So Luke, Saturday ahead of Eastleigh coming to Meadow Park on Saturday afternoon, but touch on Chesterfield prior to talking on that. Two informed teams playing at Meadow Park, two informed strikers, but it was a stalemate. Things often turn out that way. What was your assessment of the game?
Having watched it back yesterday, probably not as bad as I thought on the evening. I felt that they started bright, they played that little shape of the box in midfield, and I felt we didn't get to grips with it until probably midway through the first half. We then sort of nullified it, I felt, for large periods of the second half. They had a good wave of attacks 10 minutes after the half time, and they probably feel aggrieved that they've not worked Ashmore. I believe that neither goalkeeper had a save to make, which was surprising, like you said, compared to where the pre-match sort of observations were. You got the two most informed strikers on the pitch. There's going to be goals. So yeah, listen, great that we got a clean sheet. It continues our fine form at the back in terms of our record of being the best defence in the league. It's just now we need to marry that up with scoring some goals on the other end.
So we've talked about our league form of late, which has been impressive. We had four wins on the spin, which took us within touching distance of the playoffs. Since then, we've had 3 draws against Dover, Stockport and Chesterfield, respectively. Looking at that, we was within touching distance. We're still within touching distance, but do you see them 3 results as a missed opportunity somewhat of getting yourself right in and amongst it? Listen,
you look at Dover, if we can hold on at Dover and get another 2 points on your tally, if you'd have, say, lost one as either Stockport or Chesterfield and won one of either Stockport or Chesterfield, you're sitting 4 points better off. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. We've maintained the unbeaten run. We've not been beaten in the league, I believe, since second week of November, which is a great stat. It's something that sort of has the similarities to last year when we went on a 21-game unbeaten run. So that's a positive. In terms of getting the wins on the board, yeah, we've got 2 home games now with Eastleigh starting on Saturday, who are going to be a tough test. They won their first game in 8. They put a great performance on against Dagenham midweek, and they're going to be coming here full of confidence. They've got good personnel in their ranks. We need to be right at it. We need to do what we did on the later stages of the Chesterfield game, build on that and really go and focus on trying to get some goals in the opposition end.
So as you mentioned, focus now does turn to Eastleigh. They've been indifferent of late. Obviously, they won comprehensively in midweek against Dagenham, but prior to that, they had no win in 7. They'll be coming to Meadow Park looking to build on that result in midweek, right?
100%. He's got good personnel. I said it in my programme notes. An Eastleigh side used to be all 6'2", 6'3" across the board, and they used to be very well drilled, well organised, good on set plays. And he's evolved, and I think I like Little Hill, I like Little Smart, I like House. I think he's been a great addition for them this year. You look at Tomlinson at right back or left back, you look at Bird at left side centre half. They've still got the experience of Boyce, Partington, Payne, Barnett and Holland. So I think they got a good blend. They started the season off really, really well, had an early flirting with the playoffs, and obviously they've not been as good of late, but like I said, they've gone and got a good win against Dagenham on Tuesday, and that will put them in good stead come Saturday. But I speak about it week in, week out. I see other people's notes and their pre-match interviews. It's about what we do and more how we go about our business, and we've got a good squad, a very good squad, a competitive squad. You see the personnel that come on the pitch on Tuesday evening. They enhanced what we already had in terms of the 11 that started. So for me, it's about being fresh, being well drilled, and ensuring that we nullify their strengths and exploit their weaknesses.
So you mentioned that fixture congestion briefly there, and you look, I believe it was 7 games throughout January. Looking forward into February, we have 8 fixtures, and it's Tuesday, Saturday, and so on. There'll be a period we're going to have to utilise the squad to the maximum. Will there be changes that you're looking at on Saturday? And on top of that, is there bodies that you may be looking to bring in the building over the next couple of weeks?
With regards to changes, yes, there will be changes. I feel that with regards to the personnel we have available, we need to utilise the squad. Like I've said in my programme notes previously, we've got a very competitive squad, and we need to ensure that we have the fittest boys available to go and get 3 points. In terms of bringing personnel in the building, I'm constantly in conversations with the chairman and Charlie with regards to what's coming up. I don't think we need to rush. I think we've done real good business in Junior Rice. I think we've done real good business in Christian Pearce, both becoming contributors to what we've already got in the building. We need to find that third and fourth contributor that will add even more to the group, and we need to ensure that them signings are right and correct. I believe Junior's added on the pitch as much as off it. Excuse me. Christian Pearce likewise. I think he's done really well. To go and play his first game in however many weeks against Stockport, to follow that up with a clean sheet with the defensive unit on Tuesday against Chesterfield, shows the calibre of personnel he is. So yes, we are actively looking. We have 8 games in February. I believe come March, April, May, if it's still COVID cases, weather, we might be having 10 in a calendar month, which will look like a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And that's something we've got to adjust to. And I hate not knowing it and not knowing the variables, but unfortunately you just got to roll with the punches. And that's, as a group, we've got 20 strong players now in the building that we can pick from. And I believe picking any one of them at any given time, they'll put on a performance to ensure we go about getting 3 points.
So just touching on that busy January again, and it's been described as somewhat an indifferent January, but looking at things in context, playing against the sides that we were playing against and in the competition we were playing in, namely the third round proper of the FA Cup, lots of positives to come out of the month. How important is it for you that the changing room finishes the month on a positive note, setting up a busy February?
100%. Regardless, we have a saying here: win the next game. I could allude to that. We've got 2 home games. It's irrelevant. We need to ensure that we're right for Eastleigh, and we need to go and get 3 points on the board. We've gone and picked up 3 draws. If you say at the start in a 7-day period to play away to Dover, to away to Stockport, and at home to Chesterfield, you'd say if you were to remain unbeaten, you'd done really well. If you'd picked up 5 points, great return. 6 points, excellent return. Unfortunately, we've had 3 draws. The fact that Dover are in and around a relegation battle, Chesterfield are on an upward curve, and Stockport are sitting 3rd, 4th in the National League, you have to look at everyone and appreciate what we've churned out in them 3 league fixtures. In terms of Torquay and Millwall, yeah, gutted about Torquay, had aspirations of trying to get into the later stages of the FA Trophy. With regards to Millwall, they're a good outfit, very good team, and unfortunate that we couldn't remain unbeaten across the board in terms of all competitions. But we have remained unbeaten since, I believe, November the 17th, 18th. And that's a great stat to have. And that's something we want to ensure. But we want to continue with our wins tallies as opposed to our draws tally. 6 wins, 6 draws. 6 draws can kill you. We need to ensure that we're turning them into wins, whether that's getting an early goal, holding on, or nicking late ones. And that's something that we've addressed this week and really focused on our final third.
So just last question. Obviously, with those 3 draws in the last fortnight, does that sort of run of results put a little bit added pressure on you in the changing room for these home games in particular? Getting results when we're at home, especially when you have a look at the fixture list. We have quite a few home games coming up in recent weeks.
We've played 10 away and I think 6 at home, and I think our away record's in the top 3. So speaks volumes that we had the best away record last year. I know the league got curtailed and the season finished early, but I believe out of 19 games we were sitting top of the away form guide. So yeah, we followed on, and it was something we addressed. It's about our catalyst, our energy, our emphasis of the game when we're playing at home. We haven't had a crowd for however long. I know Aldershot was flirted with it for 1 game, but yeah, that's something that we have looked at. We need to get goals across the board, whether that's home or away. We're in the bottom 4 for goals for. We're the top for goals against. And if it wasn't for our whole team defensive display, because I don't just allude to the back 5, Rico to bring a clean sheet. It takes everyone. That's blocks, that's pressing from the front. So as a whole, we've been really good defensively. As a whole, we need to improve offensively. And we were doing drills yesterday and today about finishing, getting shots off, getting rebounds, getting bodies in the box. And that's something that I'm hoping we'll allude to tomorrow. We're given the licence to 2 or 3 to get in the box and fill the gaps behind them. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll see that in our manner tomorrow. But we're trying, we're working on things as a group. We are trying to emphasise our attacking play, but not take it away from how good we have been defensively.